I didn't know I had to wear a mask to survive in this world. I showed up with my real face, the true me. I thought being honest would protect me. I thought being myself, really myself, would be my strength. But all it got me was rejection, distance, a cold silence. I stood there, vulnerable, exposed, the real me, with nothing to hide. And they rejected me. Not because of anything I said, but because I trusted them. And they broke that trust. I learned a hard lesson that day. In this game of life, I was the fool for showing up without a mask. I thought the truth would bring us closer, but it didn't. It only made me more vulnerable. It made me an easy target, a mistake in their perfect world of false faces and fake smiles. So, I decided to change. I learned how to play the game. I learned how to wear the mask. And this time, it's going to be the best mask of all. I realized I had it all wrong. I didn't need to be completely real all the time. I didn't need to show everyone who I really am. What I need is to wear the mask. The mask is where the power is. It's the key to surviving. So, I'm putting it on. Not a mask of lies, but a mask of control. A mask of strength. A mask that lets me twist their expectations. A mask that lets me play the game my way. I'll make them see what I want them to see. I'll show them the face I choose, not the one they tried to shame me for. I'll wear the mask so well, they won't be able to tell the difference. They'll think they know me. They'll think they've figured me out, but they won't. They won't ever know the truth. Because the truth will be mine, and only mine. I'm not letting them control me anymore. I'll use their own rules against them. I'll play their game better than they ever could. They used to manipulate me, make me feel small, but not anymore. Now, I'm the one in control. Now, I wear the mask, and I make them dance to my tune. I've been invisible for far too long. The shadow in the room, the one they overlooked, the one they underestimated. But now, I'm the one they'll never see coming. They'll think they're in charge. They'll think they hold all the power. But they don't. I hold the matches. Wearing the mask is freeing. For the first time, I don't feel exposed. For the first time, I'm the one pulling the strings. I'm the one deciding who sees what and when. I'm no longer a puppet. Now, I'm the one in control. I'll wear my mask like armor, guarding what's mine. The parts of me that don't need to be shared. I will make them dance to my rhythm. Yes, I used to think I had to show up as myself. I thought honesty would be enough, but not anymore. Now, I wear the mask, the best mask of all, and I'll take control, just like they did to me. And when the time comes, when they've fallen for every trick, every lie, I'll reveal the truth. Not the truth they expect, but the truth that's been in my hands all along. I'm the one who knew how to play this game. I'm the one who played it better. And in the end, I'm the one who wins. Because I don't need their apology. I don't need their approval. I've learned something far more powerful. Silence is louder than screams when you stop caring who hears you. You see, I used to explain myself. I used to defend my heart like it was on trial, trying to convince people that I was kind, that I was good. But now, I let the mask speak. And the mask doesn't beg to be understood. The mask doesn't care if you like it. It doesn't seek validation. It observes, calculates, it moves in silence. When it strikes, it doesn't miss. I used to think emotional control meant pushing everything down. But now I know it means not giving them access. I'm not giving them a front row seat to your pain. They don't deserve it. Not after what they did. Not after how easily they discarded you. They say masks are for the weak. But no. Wearing a mask is restraint. It's strategy. It's what you do when you've been burned enough times to know not every fire needs your warmth. They taught me how to lie without words, how to smile while bleeding, how to walk into rooms full of people who once tried to break me and never flinch. Because they can't hurt, they can't reach anymore. I don't seek revenge. That would mean I still care. I don't. Not about them. Not about their opinions, their gossip, their games. My silence is revenge. My distance is revenge. The way I keep winning, quietly, calmly, that's the part they'll never get over. And while they wonder what happened to me, why I don't show up the way I used to, why I no longer chase their approval, I'm building something. Something stronger. Something colder. Something they'll never be part of. Because I don't want them in my light. Not after they laughed at me in the dark. Not after they mocked me when I had nothing but my truth. Now, they get the mask. Now, they get the version of me they created. The one who doesn't feel sorry for cutting them off. The one who moves like a ghost through the rooms they used to haunt. They made me this way. And I wear that like a crown, not out of pride, but precision. Not because I wanted to be like this, but because survival demanded it. This mask, it's not decoration, it's armor. It's the consequence of every betrayal, every silence, every smirk they wore when I was breaking. It's stitched with every "I'm fine" I forced through a cracked voice, forged from every time I swallowed my pain so they could stay comfortable. They created the cold in me, the calculation, the distance, and now that I use it, they call me heartless. Funny, isn't it? When I gave too much, I was naive. When I held nothing back, I was weak. But now that I keep my cards close, now that I've learned the rules they never taught me, now that I refuse to play the fool again, now they say I've changed. And they're right. I have. I don't rush to explain myself anymore. I don't chase anyone down for closure. I don't sit in rooms where I'm not respected just to prove I'm worthy of staying. Now I stand back and watch. I listen more than I speak. And when I do speak, every word is deliberate. Because when you've been through enough, you realize not everyone deserves to hear your truth. Some people only want access so they can twist it, use it, weaponize it. So now I speak in puzzles. I give them versions of me they can't decode. I let them guess while I watch from behind the mask, calm, collected, untouched. This world, it respects performance more than purity. So I became the show they didn't see coming. They taught me that kindness makes you a target, that empathy is exploited, that authenticity is mocked. And I took notes. I'm not bitter. I'm just not blind anymore. I see things for what they are, not what I hoped they could be. And that vision, that clarity, it came with pain, with sitting in silence no one tried to fill, with realizing some people only love you when you're useful, disappear when you're in pieces. I learned that love without loyalty is manipulation, that words without actions are decoration, and that smiles often hide daggers. So now, I move differently. I don't argue anymore. I don't beg. I don't explain my value. Not to anyone who couldn't see it when I was giving my best for free. Now, they only get the mask, the silence, the unreadable face. because they taught me how this world works. They taught me that the ones who survive are not the loudest, but the ones who see everything and say nothing, who walk into rooms like ghosts, present, but unreadable. I used to show up with my heart open. Now I show up with it locked, because not everyone deserves access. Some people knock just to break things, and I've rebuilt myself one too many times to let them in again. You don't heal by reopening the same wound. You heal by protecting it, by recognizing who caused the pain in the first place and refusing to let them near it again, no matter how sweet they sound now. I see through it all. The fake apologies wrapped in guilt trips, the compliments with teeth, the concern that's really just control. I see it clearer than ever before. And because of that, I choose silence. Not because I have nothing to say, but because they don't deserve the truth anymore. I used to believe silence meant weakness, that if I didn't defend myself, I'd lose, that if I didn't speak up, they'd win. But I was wrong. Silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. Let them underestimate you. Let them create stories in their heads. Let them talk while you move. Let them gloat while you grow. Because in that silence, you sharpen, you evolve, you stop reacting and start rising. They don't realize it yet, but I've already left the version of me they knew behind. The soft-spoken, hopeful one. The one who thought loyalty meant staying even when it hurt. That version, gone, buried in the wreckage they left behind. And in place stands someone colder, wiser, unshakable. I don't seek peace with people who bring war to my doorstep. I don't chase clarity from the ones who built the confusion. And I don't search for warmth in the hands that froze me. They want the old me back. The one who smiled through the pain. Who stayed quiet out of love. Who tried to prove his worth to people who were never worth it. But that mask is gone. Now they get the one they created. The one who saw through the act. The one who doesn't flinch when they walk into the room. The one who looks right past them, as if they no longer exist. Because they don't. Not in my world. Not in my circle. Not in my peace. They were temporary. And I was timeless. They just didn't see it. Now they feel the absence. Now they notice the silence. And in that silence is my revenge. Not loud, not chaotic, just final. Because nothing unsettles them more than being ignored by the one they thought would never walk away.